Utah #1 in the Big 12. Preseason rankings came out, and well, for the conference. I believe the conference voted. Um, Maybe media voted as well, but I know the conference voted, and they have Utah as preseason #1. That's what the Big 12 put out. That's what everybody's seeing. Like, hey, Utah #1. Now, I know K-State felt disrespected. I know they say, what? Bro, they weren't even in the Big 12. And then they didn't even play for their conference championship game. How they #1? Then also, you got Oklahoma State saying, I was in the championship game. I'm not #1. Come on, man. Then Kansas. Hold on. Nah. How they jump up here? You could even have, I want to say, let me make sure. Arizona. Arizona probably saying, what? They #1. We beat the brakes off them. So, you have everybody that has their say-so about Utah. But, you know me, I like to dive off into my book to see what we got going on. All right. Utah, the offensive coordinator. Look like he coming back. Defensive coordinator, I know he coming back. Defensive coordinator. Now, the defensive coordinator, he got a lot going on with him, but they gave him the coach in waiting. So he's going to be the next head coach. He got the next, that man next up. The defensive coordinator's next man up. That's his team. Whenever Coach Kyle decides he's stepping away, they're going to get a job to Coach Morgan. He going to run it. But they have a lot of defensive players coming back. They have 7 defensive players coming back. That's a lot. And they got one that's first team all Big 12 preseason. And then they got their punter is first team all preseason. And their tight end as well. So the punter is definitely going to help them. And the D lineman definitely going to help, man, the tight end. They all three of them going to help. All right, let's see what they got on offense. Now, their quarterback comeback, Cam Rising. Now, he should be in the NFL. Cam Rising has been in college ball for a long time. But that's neither here nor there. He is here. He's going to play. So, they loving that because Cam Rising can run and throw. So, if he's healthy and don't get injured this year, I think Cam probably going to get a chance to go to the NFL. All right, let's run it. Now, they say he has compiled more than 6,500 total yards with 58 TDs and 5,000 of it in the air. So, like I say, he's a runner and a thrower. He get the job done. Let me see. They got one running back. He transferred to Arkansas. They got another running back that his last name Bernard. Michael Bernard and Jalen Glover. Jalen Glover from Polk County with me. Now, I know for a fact they feed him the ball, he going to run it. So, Jalen Glover is going to be a true junior. And in his 2 seasons there, he almost have 1,000 yards and 6 TDs. Micah is a senior, and he has almost close to 2,000 yards. Well, total yards. So, that might be catches, too. And 10 TDs. So, it's between, they run the ball a lot, and they rotate it. So, they have Bernard as the starter, but you could also say Jalen is a starter, too. Because Jalen done started some games. And I'm pretty sure Bernard done started some games. So, really, that's kind of deceiving, saying they only got 4 offensive starters because Bernard probably done started some games. Cam Rising done started some games. And they got a wide receiver, Dorian Stringer. Listen, I don't know why he left Arizona. Hey, Dorian, I'm talking to you personally, brother. You shouldn't have left Arizona. That's neither here nor there, but I'm just saying, you was balling out at Arizona. You would have did your last season there, you would have balled out again. And then you would have did this season there, or you could have went and watched him with your coach. But either way, you should have stayed at Arizona. But that's neither here nor there. Now, Dorian has a story on him. Balled out of Arizona, left for that moolah, baby. Now, I don't personally know if it was the moolah, but I believe it was the moolah. And went to USC. It didn't go his way at USC. So now he transferred again. So in 3 years of college ball, he got 3 teams. So now he's at Utah. So he's really considered a starter. So they got 4 starters on here. That's really 3 more starters. The running back, the wide receiver, and the quarterback. So that makes 7 starters on offense. Kind of seeing where they going with that. They got a tight end. Let me see. They had a tight end as a they run a double tight end. Woo-wee. They let you know they running that ball. So they got a tight end that did his thing. What he had? Ooh-wee. Hey, BK, they tight end. He's 6'2", 236. This man going to the NFL, y'all. He has 148 receptions, almost 2,000 yards. He going to the NFL. Now, I don't know what they're going to say about his height. Maybe they want him 6'4", but Utah, hey, I don't know why they don't got him started. So let's say that's 8 starters they got. So, okay, I see why they ranking Utah up high. They got a veteran quarterback, big-time tight end, wide receiver. Let me see who else they got. Let me see. Hold on. They got a wide receiver that came from Syracuse. He transferred in. That wide receiver, now I think his last name Alford. He balled at Syracuse, and he was a starter too. So now let's say that is... Oh, and they got Money Parks. Money Parks is their leading wide receiver. Let me see. Money Parks only had 31 receptions. So it looked like they throw to the tight end more. But that was with a young quarterback. Because their quarterback only threw 12 touchdowns last year and 11 picks. So I get why they weren't really throwing it like that. But Cam Rising can throw it and run it. So I think they're gonna open up more. So I get it. They do got a solid team coming back. They say the line is strong again with Tycho Spencer coming back. Oh, he was a freshman All-American. Yeah, they got him highlighted. They got Michael highlighted as a junior. They got Jay Clump highlighted as a senior. And then they got whoa. Hold on, let me see. They got a red shirt freshman. Oh, well, they talked about him. They say he gonna be a star. They red shirt freshman center. And let me see. They left guard. He played last year. So, y'all, they pretty solid. Everybody on they old line done played. So, everybody done got reps on their old line. Now, have they started? I don't know, but they got reps. All right, let's look at the defense. So, the defense, they say, like I say, y'all, they got 7 starters coming back on defense. Probably let's see if they got some transfers coming in. Excuse me. Let me see. Nah. They really kept their whole starting defense almost. Okay. Utah did bring in 1 transfer. K. Johnson from Georgia Tech and Cameron Calhoun from Michigan. Let me see if they got them starting. They got the cornerback K. Johnson starting. The Georgia, that's the guy from Georgia Tech. They Calhoun they don't have him as starting, but he probably gonna play because they mentioned him in the book. So you know how that go. You get mentioned in the book, you doing something pretty good. They say they got some top corners with pro potential. Now I know they D-line finna get after it. Y'all. Hey, They D-line finna get out there. They say they got a baller that's coming back from a knee injury, so that's gonna be good. They got their linebackers coming back. So y'all, they good. They kicker, which is gonna be a plus. He was 15 or 18 last year. And they punter averaging 45 yards a kick, almost 46 yards a kick. So he's gonna control the game with that kicking for a fact. Let's look at their schedule. Let's see why. Let's see if they schedule in their hand. Last year they beat the Gators, but y'all know how the Gators was. They back. You could really say Florida could have had that game. I'm gonna go see that BYU game. I mean, not BYU, Baylor. I'm gonna go see them versus Baylor. So they was kind of playing in the okay. They played one team. All right, let me see. They barely won. They lost to Oregon State. They lost to Oregon. They lost to Washington. Now I don't know how many players they had on their team when they played Washington, but they barely lost. They only lost by one touchdown. So Utah could have had that game, and that was at Washington. So I see why they got some hype. Now Arizona beat the brakes off of them. Colorado, they barely won. But, you know, y'all say that they was on the 4th-string quarterback. We was on the 2nd-string quarterback. They barely lost the bowl game by a touchdown. But they still lost. Now, this year, they played Southern Utah. They going to beat them. They play Baylor at home. They probably will get Baylor this year. Utah State, they're going to get that. That's a rivalry game, but they're going to get that. Oklahoma State, to me, unless Baylor come out balling, Oklahoma State going to be the biggest game. So far, the first 4 games. Oklahoma State going to be their first real game, and that's at Oklahoma State. So you know it's going to be hard to go into Stillwater and do what you do. Arizona, they play Arizona at home, so that's in their favor. Arizona got a new coaching staff, so all that's getting underway. Then they play Arizona State. They should get that. So the first 2, Oklahoma State and Arizona, going to be tough. Arizona State, it could be tough, but I think they'll beat them. They play TCU. I haven't covered TCU yet to know what they got, nor Arizona State, but I just feel like them 2, they probably going to get Houston. Now, Houston has a new coach, and they new coach got a history of winning. So maybe Houston could pull this out. So I'm going to count Houston as a big game. So that's 3 games so far. I might give TCU, but I'm going to give Houston probably. So BYU, that's a battle for the state. So that's going to be a tough game unless BYU just trash. And I don't know yet because I haven't covered them so far yet. They play at Colorado. You know what time that is. That's going to be a good one. Iowa State is a good one, and UCF. So to me, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 6 games. You could say 7 or 8, but I'm going to go with 6 games. That's going to determine their season. They have the Oklahoma State game, Arizona. I'm going to go with TCU and Houston. I'm adding TCU. BYU might fight, but I got to see what they got. I know Colorado, Arizona, Iowa State, and UCF going to be tough, and they play at those places. So their toughest games are actually on the road. And then they got 2 tough games, 2 or 3 tough games at the crib. So it's game on for them. All right, they have top newcomer is Dorian, which you know he balled out. It's true freshman year. He was kind of quiet last year, and he's looking to ball out again. He probably gonna try to go to the NFL if he have a good season. If he catch by, I don't even know how much Utah gonna really throw the ball, but if he can get 60 to maybe 80 catches and they big time catches and he ball out in the games, he might try to go pro. But then again, he might try to run it back. Emerging star is they Spencer on the O-line. What Spencer was? Ooh, Spencer, a freshman. That boy out there balling. And you know their most valuable player is Cam. Now, to me, they're going to have another player in line in case Cam go down. I would, they better have another quarterback ready just in case Cam go down. Let me see what they got. They don't talk about it, but they should have somebody just in case Cam go down. Let me see. Big games. Let me see what the book think they big games are. They got a big game versus Utah. Baylor lost a close game to Utah last year. So they got that game. Yeah, they got the Utah versus Oklahoma State. Yep. Arizona at Utah. Yep. And that's it. They don't have no more Utah games on them. Top players in the country, they don't have none in the top 10. Let's see. Hold on. And on here, now they preseason on here, they have the Utah tight end, the Utah O lineman. They got a Utah D lineman, a Utah punter, yep. Utah DB, Utah wide receiver Dorian, and that's it. Let me see what they say. They said their call on it. The Utes are a Big 12 favorite and should find big success in their new home. They say good news, Cam Rising's back. Utah have athletes to win the odds of the Big 12 shootout. They say the Utah Utes running game might not be as strong as in the recent. I don't know. They got two nice running backs, and they got they got about 3 running backs. So that's why they got a lot of starters coming back, y'all. Got a lot on both sides of the ball. So I'm guessing that's why they put them so high. Maybe because they giving Coach Kyle his last hoorah. This might be his last season because they bringing it to the news that they got the next person up. Let me see what y'all talking about. JB, what's good? JB said, I will. I will. I did. I just did, JB. TMFB, you said I think so too. Sanders better, but Rising was A1 in 22. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I think they putting them so high, really because of that quarterback. Now they got a lot of weapons around it, but will he be healthy enough to see it through? Oh, yeah, Utah quarterback played last year, wasn't Miss Johnson, you say the Utah Utes, hey, they got him number 1. JB, you said, what are their toughest games? The ones that I just read out, but you probably said that before then. Bob, what's good? TMFB say Utes gonna have a shot. They got one. They got one. They just gotta win those games. They win those games, of course they'll be in there. But we finna see. They schedule seem easier than a lot of the other schedules. But hey, I just wanted to get on and ride out with y'all. Listen, may God bless y'all health, y'all wealth, y'all mindset, straighten out y'all path, and bless you with your heart desires. Hey, holla, holla, holla.